record. Okay, I found it. It says recording. Did everyone get a notification or does it not send a notification? Yes. Cool. Awesome. So, hello, Misty, and welcome to the Recorded Consulting Project. I myself, you already know, Brenda, and we have David, Melissa, Asab, and Matthew, and yourself, Miss D. Um, thanks for scheduling this last minute when I messaged you today, and I sent you the agenda, the written report, and also the infographic for your future reading to have. So let me see if I can share my screen. I think I'm just going to do screen to, maybe I'll do this one. And then I will share present. Okay, how does this look on everyone's end? Good to go? Awesome. Okay, so again, consulting project, our names, and right side, Dee's Hair Salon in Gridley. So the purpose of this project just puts management theory into action by us helping identify, access, and address organizational challenges by bringing skills central to effective leadership and growth within your organization. For our short agenda today, we will go over the discovery interview process that we did at our last meeting, the summary of key findings with the root case analysis, proposed solutions and recommendations, and then we'll have some time for any questions, answers, and client feedback, and our closing.
So for the discovery interview process, we took more of a qualitative method, which essentially focused on, doing consultation and research to understand and, uncover those deep insight about not just the organizations, but, its culture, how it operates, some challenges we'll see, and some goals that are essentially set, rather than taking, like a rigid Q&A and having, surveys and assessments being structured. We took a more conversational and open-minded approach, which allowed, for us to discover any underlying issues about opportunities and some context that will surface through that unconventional method. And here's some key themes that we explored. So we uncovered, some daily operational workflow. We talked about some leadership style and team expectations. After that, we, found some pain points and some roadblocks that, we can overcome to help the business grow and expand. We also talked about, fulfillment and some delegation that can be done to overcome those roadblocks. And we discovered about communication and alignment with the business.
So our summary findings, again, these are predicated around some of the strengths that we found and then also the opportunities. So when we look at that, and some of these will be pretty self-explanatory and things that really rose to the top in the interview from the questions, but what we see is that there's a major over-reliance on you in the company. So how everyone kind of relies on your day-to-day, your strengths, and there's risks there around like you becoming burned out. Some of the other ones was delegating barriers with your current booth rental model. So there's some risks there that we find on limiting teamwork and non-client tasks with that. And that one's one that we kind of identify as pretty complicated in terms of your structured agreements. The other one was space constraints, your current location and the opportunity to move to a newer location and what that would look like and the risks associated with that revenue potential and the cost to do that. Another one was the lack of digital infrastructure, i.e. your website, or having one and having that digital presence. Again, an opportunity, maybe not right now, but possibly in the future. Another thing that we found as a major strength that we in the analysis was your culture and just predicated from your leadership of how you foster just a really collaborative group there at your shop. and how everyone kind of relies on you, and really how you really have loyal clients and how you take care of everybody around you. So we thought that was a really great opportunity when we reviewed all those findings.
Hey D, so these are some of the problems that we saw. I'm not trying to sound redundant, but just after interviewing you and looking at everything, looking at your business top to bottom, we did see that you tend to be a little overburdened, which could stress you out and also strain the business. We saw that there was a lack of shared cleaning duties, which could really just be overbearing. It's not good for the business as a whole. Again, harping on what Matthew said, limited space, just not having enough space in the business. And then also modernization, kind of moving into the website realm to upscale the business so that more people can find out about it so that the business will grow. These are just the problems that we saw with it off the bat if we were to grow your business and keep going. Can I get the next slide? So these are our recommendations. Obviously, you don't have to take these, but these are just our recommendations that we put together after doing the analysis. Hiring a support staff, if you are able to, would lighten that load and lessen some of the stress that you have on you, so that you can get back to what you do, what you love doing, which is being a hairdresser salon. Um, Revise booth rental agreements. We feel like putting something in the contract where the people that are renting a booth from you have to contribute in some way might be very beneficial, and also it might even build better cohesion within the team, because the team will feel more like a team when they have to work together, if that makes sense. Launching a website, online booking. Like, the cool thing about this is that we can even hire somebody to create that website for you so that it takes the stress off of your mind. So like all you got to do is send them a link after you approve the website that someone has built for you. That might be a great investment to do, have a booking service, and then something you can put a link on every video or Instagram or whatever link tree you have. Having that there just makes it seamless for a lot of new people to come in and test out your business. Relocating to a larger space. I feel like this would be a really awesome thing to do. You'll have more people that can work for you. Newer people means newer contracts that you can make established within in the beginning. So I feel like that's an awesome opportunity too.
So now when it comes to, balancing these risks and rewards to these solutions, when it comes to hiring help, yes, it does come with some extra costs. But again, like they previously stated, it frees up your time to focus on other business operations, focus on that website that you would like to build, and reduce your overall burnout. Um, Revising agreements, you would need to make some contract changes, and sometimes that does come with some hesitations from other stylists who are used to one thing, but it does help build team accountability. So it's just about kind of how you word that and thanking them for, their hard work, but also letting them know that, hey, this is an opportunity for increased business growth. And then when it comes to online booking system, it is a bit of a learning curve. But again, there's super easy websites out there that can you can start off with or have some help and hire someone to build your website for you. And the most important part about that is it's going to improve your visibility and also your efficiency. So you can kind of just streamline that process into one space. And then you won't have to focus so much on the administrative side of things as well. I'm sure you probably have to spend some time on the phone and taking phone calls from potential clients. And then lastly, relocating the salon. Yes, it could increase your rent, but it does increase the opportunity to hire more stylists, client capacity, and then increase your revenue ceiling as well. And so in terms of how this could look like, we kind of just came up with a little timeline for you. In the short term, from 0 to 3 months, you can start off by hiring some help. Start off small, maybe hiring them for 3 days a week. And then the next step would be to revise the contracts. and then reassign some minor cleaning responsibilities. And then in the midterm, maybe 3 to 6 months after that, launch your website, your online booking, and then market that on social media. And then ultimately, towards the end, once everything kind of just starts kicking off and you get more clients and stylists, start looking for an ideal location and then gradually hire additional stylists to kind of help with that. Thank you.
And that is all of our slides for you, Miss Steve. So this is for your time for any questions or just feedback for us.
I thank you guys. I do appreciate your suggestions on really trying to push the salon towards, modernizing into like the online booking. I think, as I move forward, now that I got 2 of my 4 people doing online booking, maybe as a salon, we might be able to push that way as they're getting busier. A lot of the input is like you said. I'm glad you guys kind of put that timeline there. It's kind of something that does have to happen, but it's seeing the time to get it done. But this was great. It's nice to hear other people's points of view on how to run, the business.
Any other feedback, team?
Unless she has any other questions for us, comment.
You guys, I think you guys did a great job with all the information I could give.
I'm gonna stop the record.